Previously on Fly with the Guy. I'm in the city that I'm new to and don't speak the language, and my phone is about to die. And look at this. Yeah, I could have just... Why was we standing right in front of the sign, y'all, that said cash only, no card, and proceeded to order with no cash? 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not 18.
I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade.
Frequent flyers, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and today we are going to work. It's my first trip of June. Enjoyed my days off. I was actually working my part-time job most of the weekend. Well, I worked one job and then I worked another job. If you've been around long enough, you know we stay with employment, okay? There's always a check coming. We're going out on a 3-day, we're going back to Paris. So that's that, and then I'll come off this trip, have a day off, and then I'll go right back on to another trip. I do not have time for this traffic. Come on, y'all. Having a little disagreement with the clock. I didn't get off until 4:30 this morning. 4:30 this morning. Came home and was like, I'm gonna sleep before a 9:45 flight. Really? Like, make it make sense. I feel like at this point, there's no reason for me to come on here saying I'm struggling with time, because I'm always struggling with time. Like, my report time isn't until 11 p.m., but this will just put me in the city, nothing to worry about, and then I can, you know, go from there. I don't think I've talked to you all in a little bit. Made it to New York, and then I came all the way into the city to hang out with my classmates and friends that I haven't seen in weeks. And actually, it reminded me that today is our 1-month anniversary of graduating. So we officially out here on the line, for real, but we had a late lunch, and now we are walking around shopping. Well, I like what I see. Walking around shopping at the moment, you know, the usual thing. I'm not buying anything, but I'm out here. I'm outside. Alright, so I have made it onto the aircraft, you all. We are going to Paris tonight. Our regular 3-day trip. Very standard. I am working in the aft cabin. The position that I were going to...
Sorry,
no, when I went to Berlin.
Something about the life jacket, life vest?
On the plane, working the same position I worked to Berlin, working in the cabin. So I'm responsible for a lot of services, but really nothing in the galley. And yeah, we have a full flight going tonight, so it's gonna give the red eye special. And right now I'm just pulling out all the stuff that I'm gonna use for service, so I can go tuck that away. I don't have to be digging in the bag during the flight, but I'll see you all in Paris. I know there is a God. Look at this. Elevator room. Won't he do it? Because this carpet is thick. All right, y'all. So we have made it to Paris. Finally. Oh, my goodness. When I tell you exhausted, this, a problem. But flight was good. Flight was full. Flight was quiet. But we worked really, really well. It was a 75% Paris cruise, 25% JFK cruise. So always nice to fly with other people. Quite a few things happened. Actually, our senior on our flight was doing a upgrade. So he was upgrading from a cabin crew to be purser, and so he was basically doing like his check flight. We had a wow moment because we had a birthday, so there was a whole birthday celebration with song and dance for that person. They was really pleased. Myself and the other JFK crew member, we're not hanging out together because she brought her son on the trip with her because it's his 18th birthday, and so first time in Paris, so they're gonna go out and do the whole thing. I have to listen to my body. I have zero energy to put forth trying to go out and foolala in Paris right now. So a shower, this bed, that's it. That's all. No, before I go, let me tell y'all how I went to crew rest, knocked out because I hadn't slept, so I was tired. When I go to crew rest, I always take off my shirt, take off my tie or whatever and get comfortable. And the tie bar, when it was time to get dressed again, was not on the tie in the cubby that I always put it in when I go to crew rest. So I was like, okay, I'll deal with it later. Y'all, before we were landing, I literally had to go back up there and tear that bunk all to pieces, take up the mattress and everything. Why was the tie bar under the mattress, but not at the end of the mattress where I lay, I was laying my head at? It was all the way at the back opposite side of the mattress, near where my shin would have been at. How did it get under the mattress and all the way down there? But I don't know what kind of sleeping I was doing on that hour and a half crew rest, but talk to y'all later. Hey y'all. It's time to go back to work. So this was basically a slam click layover. And for those of you who might be new to my video or just industry terms, slam click refers to crew members who choose to not engage others or do anything on the layover. So when we come in the room, we slam the door and we click the lock. And majority of the time, you don't see that person again until it's time to go back to the hotel. To the airport. And I slept and I woke up and I ate and I went back to sleep. And then I slept all night. And then I woke up again and I ate and I went back to sleep. And now I'm back up. I went downstairs to go heat up some food, and I ended up running into two people. One person I know, we used to work together at Animal Planes, now we're here. And then the other person is a friend of somebody who was in my class, and so she was like, hey, I heard of you, I know. And I'm like, oh, no, y'all gotta know, y'all can't know me yet. I've only been here for a month. So overall, really restorative layover. I can't say I'm tired anymore because I'm actually good. And it's time to go back. I'm actually in the process of trying to drop my Paris that I'm supposed to do in 2 days because, yeah, I don't want to come back right now. So I'm trying to swap it. Literally, somebody is trying to swap me for the Paris literally the next night. So I have Paris the 9th through the 11th, and somebody just offered to swap me for their Paris the 10th through the 12th. And I'm like, that's not really giving what I really want right now, so I'm gonna wait and see if I can get a better offer. I would prefer for a Paris on the 11th, 12th, 13th maybe. Actually, 13, 14, 15 Paris would be ideal. Oh my goodness, I just need to figure out who is working that and if they're willing to swap with me. Or, you know what? I might just drop it for real. Anyway, I'm about to go ahead and iron while I got this shower back there seasoning, aka letting that water heat up, because I'm not paid a water bill. I already tested this, by the way, because y'all know how I am. My history with hotel irons has not been the best. This, ain't nothing coming. Trying to use that iron, that thing was drier than we're gonna keep this channel PG. It was drier than the Sahara Desert. You see that? That is what we want. I need to know that the heat is penetrating and the steam is just going through every follicle in the fabric. So we are working back to JFK tonight. This is another mixed crew. On the last flight, I went ahead and pulled up the crew for this one, and I surely was asking them, y'all know these people? And are they cool? And they was like, no, everybody's cool. So gotta know in advance, what am I preparing myself for tonight? Especially because Paris flights are always full, so full flight, you want a good crew. And it probably look mad aggressive to y'all, but I promise you there is some method to the madness. All right now. All right, all right. I'm currently on first break already. I didn't get to talk to y'all because it was just a rush, but when I come up to break, I have my case with all of my essentials, and I bring a bottle of water. Most of the time I don't even drink it, and I'm getting my bedding and things to get all that situated. I'm gonna take this bump today, and yeah, I have an hour and 20 minutes, which is now probably like an hour and 18, so I'm gonna take these shoes off since I'm first. I get first dibs, and yeah, time for break. Made it back to JFK. This trip is over and done. Very short and to the point, my kind of 3-day. But I have just sent a request to drop my trip Paris that I had on Friday. So I'm waiting to see if that request is approved. I'm going home, like tomorrow. And if they don't approve it, I'm going home. Like tomorrow, and I'll figure out something else from there. Flight was good. Once I get to a point and sit down, we can actually debrief. So first of all, coming back to New York, so all this damn smoke. So we are back in Florida, currently on the way home. Back in the uniform. I took the uniform off, slept real good, put the uniform back on to go back to the airport because liquids, you know, security. And I just never took the uniform back off. I just said forget it. So I think the last time I told y'all I was trying to get rid of my trip for Friday, and the person who was going to take it ended up not being legal to take it for arrest violation. So that got canceled. Trip is still on my roster, but there's another person who was interested in taking it. They would be pushing it back one day. All in all, very chill trip. I worked 2 right, so I was responsible for the mid-galley and mostly cooking meals. It's a big part of what I had to do. And I did it successfully and set up the meal carts. Like, everybody was like, everything was good. So I was like, okay, this might be my position. I like 2 right because you kind of get galley, but you also... Hold on. That phone call came out of nowhere. But yeah, what was I saying? I like working 2 right. Also, in that time that I was away from y'all, our swap got approved, so I do not have to go to work tomorrow. Editing Brandon here, just coming on to say all of this was a waste of time because I ended up giving the whole trip away, y'all, so that I could just be off from the 7th until the 20th. Thank you. That is good. Yeah, that's it. That's all for this one, you all. Short, sweet, and to the point. Be sure to hit the like button, drop a comment down below for the sake of engagement. And I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see you all the next time.